Okay.
Jeez, woman.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with the bestie, Mandy.
And I'm here with my grunge-loving bestie, Jessica.
That's right. Nirvana all the way. All right. Well, what's this video about today?
Well, today we're talking about one of my favorite tropes, forbidden love. I have to say, though, this one, okay, in our last video, you talked about how that was difficult for you, the video that came out on Thursday, the romantic suspense, which is we just recorded a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this one was more challenging for me because I was trying to divide things into like, ooh, but that's actually taboo versus forbidden love. And so I was going back and forth. And a couple of these books, or maybe all of them, you've heard me talk about more than once. But they're just really good. So if you have not read these, go read these. I did try and mix it up a little bit. So like I don't have the same authors repeated and stuff like that.
For me, like forbidden and taboo kind of feels the same in a lot of ways. Like I get the differences, but sometimes it's hard to really make that decision between that because, you know.
But if there was like a big age gap, I'm like, that's like age gap. I mean, I do still have some age gap and all of that, but I just,
Yeah, there has to be other stuff too.
I was trying to subtrope everything too much, I think.
Probably. So.
But I do love this, and I will say you will not see Birthday Girl or Don't Kiss the Bride in this one.
Unfortunately.
If you've not read them, please do that because, oh my goodness, where have you been? Like, seriously. If you're watching a Forbidden Love video and you've not read those, you're missing out. Go.
Yeah.
So go read them.
Okay.
Right
well,
now.
Before
pause
we
the video.
Before we get started, though,
but before you pause the video and leave, if you've not been here before, please hit the subscribe button. Please.
There you go.
I don't think it's probably appropriate to beg, but if you have not subscribed to us, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Also hit the like button and leave us a comment. What are your thoughts on the forbidden love trope?
Okay, are you ready for my first forbidden love rec?
Have I read it?
No.
Ooh, then yes, let me get my pen.
Okay. Well,
this one I don't know. Forbidden because he's an alien. I'm going to be very disappointed.
No, this one is actually forbidden by the government.
Because he's an alien?
No, because this is dystopian. I read this last week. So this is Thrall by K.A. Riley. And the government forbids them to even touch each other, let alone fall in love and have a relationship. So this is about Shara and oh my gosh, Thorn. So this is a dystopian Cinderella retelling. And in this world, there's what they call the tethered. And so those are people that have slightly special powers. Like our heroine, Shara, has a power of healing. So she can heal people and injuries. And Thorn has his own special power, but it makes him very strong. And he becomes a guard basically for this particular family. So basically in this world, you are only allowed, like if you are a tethered, it means you have these special powers, but you are not allowed to have children. You are not allowed to procreate, especially with other tethered. You're not allowed to touch other people. You're not allowed to have this special touch. You're born and raised in this crazy white tower in the center of the capital. And then when you're 19, you get placed with families as a servant of some kind. And so when she's 19, Shara meets Thorn, who is there to assess the tethered. They go through an assessment before they get placed with these families. And then she gets placed in a home with a wealthy woman and her two stepdaughters. And Thorn is also there as a protector, and she is there to work as a servant. But there's other things going on in this world, in this realm. She and Thorn start to fall for each other. It is a huge no-no. They're not allowed to do that. They're definitely not allowed to have relations of any kind. But there's also a king and a prince and some other things that happen, and nobody can be trusted and nobody's good. There's all sorts of intrigue. But again, their relationship is forbidden, not only in the book, but like it's forbidden by the government. Like they could be put to death for this. So there you go.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that he wasn't an alien.
No, he was not an alien.
Or a
Not this
dragon.
time.
Apparently, I have to
That
add
we
that
know
from now
of.
on.
I mean, he could have been an alien, but they didn't tell me if he was. Okay, what you got? Is he an alien?
No, really.
What you got?
Be serious.
Oh, please.
My first book is If This Is Love by Julie Ann.
Okay.
So we have Indy. Indy was adopted and raised by Ruthie, and Fletcher was Ruthie's husband. But Ruthie was the one who really wanted a child and loved her and raised her. And when Ruthie is still quite young, no, not Ruthie, sorry, Indy. When Indy is still quite young, Ruthie passes away, and that leaves her with Fletcher. Fletcher is not a very nice man. In fact, throughout the book, we see him just be awful, and he's very distant from Indy and really wants nothing to do with her. Milo is their ranch hand. He lives like in a converted apartment out in the barn, and he and Indy he just becomes Indy's everything as she's growing up. And then when she is off to college, she starts to really have different feelings for him, as does he for her. But the problem is he is supposed to be marrying Jolene, and he is forced to. So there's a lot of other woman drama in this. So if you like that other woman drama, go read this one. It's very good, very angsty. It has sometimes forbidden love can have like really good angst, and sometimes it's like, oh, that was really not a big deal. This one really brings the angst.
Okay. Well, the next book I have is 5,000 Nights of Obsession. And I know I'm saying this author's name wrong, but it's Drethi Honest, Ani. I don't know how to say it. In the audio, they say it way differently than I do. So sorry, I have no clue. Anyhow, this is about Pia and Axel. So Pia, this is actually this is another retelling. I don't know why I have so many on here, but this is a Great Gatsby reimagining or retelling. But Pia is married, and she has a teenage daughter, and her husband has been very, very distant lately. They're a member of the elite, in society, and they decide to go to a party. Her and her husband go to a party one night, and that is where she gets the surprise of her life. She runs into Axel, who has been stalking her for the last 15 years. And he might coerce her into a situation where she's cheating on her husband. I mean, what could be more than that? That's really all I'm going to say, because you have to read it. But like, that's a little forbidden. She's married.
Naughty, naughty.
Very naughty. Yeah.
All right. So I have a very forbidden one too. Because that's the whole point of this video.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so Undeniably Infatuated by Jay Saman. And this is Tinsley and Stone. So Tinsley is a famous actress, and she is needing to get away. She has a stalker, and she's needing to escape this whole situation. So she goes to Florida, and she sneaks onto Stone's yacht. Stone's a billionaire. Their whole family is. Stone is her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend's brother. They've been broken up for 2 years, but her boyfriend, they were like very, very close. They spent a lot of time together, and they've been together for many years. When she realizes that they're kind of just friends, and she breaks up with him, but she still cares about him like in a friend way. He is still devastated, even though it's been 2 years, and thinks eventually she's going to come back to him. So Tinsley sneaks onto Stone's boat, thinks she can just hang out there, nobody will find her. Well, Stone decides to take an impromptu trip down to Florida to go on a couple-week trip out in the ocean on his yacht. When he gets there, he is attacked by somebody who's on his yacht, and they end up in the water. Turns out it was Tinsley. He's like, why the hell are you on my yacht, and why did you attack me? Well, she convinces him to let her stay and go on this 2-week journey with him while she avoids the stalker situation. And while they're out to sea for a couple of weeks, Stone starts to really fall for her. But he really loves his brother. He's got a very good relationship with his brother, but he cannot deny how he is feeling about Tinsley. But this is his brother, and his brother's still in love with her. Very forbidden.
Okay. Well, speaking of brothers, I got a book for you. So this next one that I have is Bitter Poetry by L.V. Lane. This was her very first Mafia book, but it is a dark Mafia story. So this is about Carmela. And just before she turns 18, her father, who is the Don of the Mafia, comes to her and tells her that she is going to marry Dante. They even arrange a situation where they're going to get married. And the day before her 18th birthday, tragedy strikes, and her dad is now no longer able to lead the Mafia. And in this time of crisis, he decides that his underboss, or the guy right below him, is, I can't remember his underboss or consigliere or whatever he was, but the guy who's next in line, who nobody trusts at this point in time, is now going to be in charge of the Mafia, and he needs to protect his daughter. So he is going to cancel her arrangement with Dante, which has not been announced yet, because Dante wanted her to be out of college before they made that announcement. He wanted her to live her life because she's very young. And now her dad is going to give her hand in marriage to this guy who is just a little bit younger than him, not by much. And she really doesn't want to. She had a thing for Dante. She liked Dante. Dante has a brother who is Christian, and he is the same age as her, and he doesn't like her at all, but he is put in charge of her as her bodyguard. And during this time when she's engaged to this other guy, and right after she gets married to this other guy, Dante decides that he does want her, and so they start up an affair type situation that can cost her life. But also she takes solace in this, having this horrible marriage, in Christian. So not only do you have cheating, but you have the two brothers.
What's with you and the cheating?
I don't know. I think it just would have happened in these. I wasn't looking for it. But hey, look, if your husband beats you and is horrible mafia man, it's okay. It is okay.
Okay.
And take solace in both brothers. Yeah, you can have both brothers too. You don't have to stop at one. You've been through enough, honey. I'll be quiet now.
I don't even know what to say sometimes on these videos with you.
Okay.
I guess when you just get real weird, I'll just be like, at least it wasn't an alien.
That's what you always have to tell yourself. Yes.
Okay. So one reason I really like Forbidden Love is because, but I don't like, oh, we work at the same place. Like sometimes workplace romances will be called Forbidden Love, and that doesn't really feel forbidden to me unless there's high stakes in this workplace romance, but just like, oh, we work at the same place, or that sort of thing. Like I need there to really be some high stakes for me to really like Forbidden Love. And so when there's high stakes, I feel like that, like they'll do anything, except for that according to Meatloaf. But anyway.
Yes.
One thing though that I like in Forbidden Love is when it's not just society norms making it forbidden. Like there's other things, like for example, in the book I just talked about, it's his brother. So in this book, I know I talk a lot about this book, but it's like going to be my, like probably my top read of the year. I love it.
I know
so
what it
much.
is.
Do you?
I think so, yeah. Is it Elizabeth's?
Yes. I love this book so much.
No.
So this is My Favorite Bad Decision by Elizabeth O'Rourke. And in this one, it's her sister. So Kit's sister dated Miller a decade ago. But her sister is married and in a not so great marriage. Like it's just not very good. And so she's one of those people that kind of just thinks back on her relationship with Miller and is just like, he was the one that got away. So even though it's been 10 years, her sister still kind of pines for him in this, like, oh, he's the one that got away type thing. So we have Kit and Miller, who have continued to see each other throughout these 10 years, but they do not like each other. Like Kit really doesn't like Miller at all. And she is shocked when she ends up at the airport and runs into him. And guess what? He is going to go climb the mountain. Jessica?
Kilimanjaro.
Thank you. And he's on the same tour group and all of that. Like, this isn't just a situation where you show up and just hike this mountain. Like, you're with a group, you're hiking and camping, and it's quite the ordeal. And so they're on this very long journey together, and something happens, so they end up having to share the same tent. And feelings start to kind of develop between the two of them because they're in like a pretty intense forced proximity situation. Like, they're climbing up this mountain. There's really no way to get away from each other. There's a couple other people on this trip with them, and feelings start to develop. But here's the other thing: Kit is engaged, but maybe she's just really protecting her heart with her engagement as well. And so they're going to have feelings going on, but there's the big issue with that Kit's sister still thinks Miller's the one that got away. So how do you betray that? You can't. So we have such high stakes for forbidden love here. I just love this book so much. I love reading Elizabeth O'Rourke's newsletter. Like, I just love the woman.
She's funny.
She's
we just
amazing.
like Elizabeth in general. She's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. She always gets so excited when she sees us too. It just makes us feel good.
Yes.
I love her. Yeah. So
when we were in Vegas last year, she was on the panel and she saw us and she like waved to us from the on the panel, which was kind of fun.
Daisy did that too.
Yes.
I remember we couldn't figure out if she was. We thought she was waving at other people because other people were waving at her. When she got down, she's like, "I was waving at you guys." Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Daisy.
We're cool like that.
Yeah. Because we're cool like that.
We don't know when people are waving at us.
Yeah, because we're
people are like, they're so stuck up. No, we just don't have a clue.
Yeah, we're in our own world here.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, my next book I've talked about a couple of times, but this one is Dark Escapes by Effie Campbell. This is a mafia romance. Again, it's a mafia thing. So this is about Esther. Once again, my favorite Bible chapter, my favorite chapter in the Bible, but it has nothing to do with this. I just like the name Esther. Anyhow, Esther and Alec. So Esther is the daughter to, again, the mafia don. And she is being forced into an arranged marriage with an old man who is the family's rival family. And this guy has murdered her mother and her older brother. And so this is the last thing she wants to do is marry this guy. So her younger sister makes the statement that, hey, maybe you should like run away, change your name and run away. She finds a guy who can get her new documents and she does just that. So then you have Alec, who is the enforcer of the mafia, and he is brought in and he is being paid a big chunk of money by her brothers to go find her. And he has been raised differently. He doesn't know who his family is. Was raised with a little money. He's using this money that he's getting from bringing her home to pay off his house and to be able to live comfortably, and just a completely different world from what she's in. She is completely off limits because he is not good enough in the mafia's eyes for her. Plus, she's already engaged to this other guy who will kill everybody if she doesn't come home. So he goes on the run to look for her. Or she goes on the run. He goes to find her. It takes her a little bit of time, or it takes him a little bit of time, but he does find her. And she does everything in her power to make it extremely difficult for them to get back. But there's already the sexual tension. They already have this thing going on between them. And so it just gets very interesting. There's a lot at stake here. You just looked really bored there. Did I bore you?
I was reading my Post-it note of stuff I still needed to do.
Oh, I love it. Okay, what's your next book?
I ended up getting a headache too.
I know.
Passed it off to me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't know they could be contagious.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. My next book is one that I really wanted you to read. You
and
told
I
me
haven't
you would, and you didn't.
Well, I'm sorry. Tell us about the book.
I think we did it as a convincing, and you picked it, but forgot and thought you picked a different book, and we just make some editing changes.
I did that one time. Yeah. Anyhow, what book is it?
The Heartbreak List. Do you remember now?
I do.
By Misty Murphy. So you still owe me a read on this.
Yeah.
I think you would really like it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Indy, which is kind of funny because my first books, the girl's name was Indy as well. So we have Indy. And Indy gets a terminal diagnosis. She has a terminal illness. She's engaged. Her fiance is just wanting to like go ahead and plan this wedding, and he thinks everything is just going to be fantastic, that she's going to do the treatment and she will be okay. She feels like everyone, like that everybody's love and care for her is just kind of stifling. Like it's like, oh, you can't eat after this time, and you need to eat this, and you need to do this and this. And she just wants to go live her life, like, because she feels like her time is running out. So she needs to just do what she wants to do, and who cares? Like, I just want to live. So in doing this, she ends up meeting Theo. And Theo has lived kind of a life of like drinking and drugs and women, because he's obviously bearing some serious pain there. But when they meet each other, they have a really rough meet cute. But they end up hanging out together, and he just lets her be her, and he doesn't worry over like, has she ate enough vegetables and did she get all this sleep and all of that. He just lets her be her, and he goes and does things that she wants to do, and he just kind of embraces that with her. But again, did you guys remember that I said that she is engaged and is supposed to be working on planning her wedding? So there is a little bit of a love triangle situation to this, but it's not annoying or frustrating because it's pretty obvious what's going to happen. And when I say it's obvious, like, it was obvious for me, so I think everybody else would know where we're all going with this. Okay, so it's very good. It's obviously got that forbidden love aspect to it because of the fact that she is engaged to somebody else who she loves dearly, who's basically a part of her family. He's good friends with her. I think they might even be best friends with her brother. Like, he's just really part of the family.
Okay.
And now she's starting to develop feelings for someone else. And did I mention
dying?
She's dying?
Yeah. Okay.
So good.
All right. Well, the next book I have is one I read this last week. And that is, so this is my last one. This is Soft Tissue Damage by Lilith Vincent. If this
The
isn't
medical
forbidden,
book
I don't know.
again.
Huh?
The medical book again.
The medical book again, yeah. So this takes place, this takes place in the Fear Me, Love Me world. We actually do see Tyrant and Vivian in this book a little bit. But this is about, you can read this as a complete standalone. You don't have to have read that book to read this one. This is about Elena and Cullen. Elena is down on her luck. She's just had a rough 20 years of life. She's been raised by these foster women that call themselves her aunts, even though they're not. And she is now working 2 jobs and just trying to survive. And she's having to pay her aunts back for all the money that they spent on her while raising her from a child. And they're holding over her head the fact that they know where her mother is or who her mother is. And so she has no clue. She wants to find her mother, and so she has to continue to pay them. So she's barely surviving at this point, but she does have a boyfriend, Leon. Now, if that isn't sexy, I don't know what is, but Leon. And one night,
Wow.
I know. I only say that because growing up, my grandpa had a friend named Leon, so I don't think of a young guy when I think of Leon. Anyhow, but she is working at this diner one night when Mercer and Cullen, who is our hero for this book, and I use that term very lightly, but they're having dinner. They're discussing some things. Cullen is his business is in security, and he has outfitted, all these elite guys with all their crazy security. And she trips over her shoelace at their table. He gets out of the table and he ties it for her and is talking about how adorable she is when his son comes and sits down next to him, and she realizes that Leon is this guy's son. So this is her boyfriend's dad that she's attracted to, who has just tied her shoe. He's also a single dad to a toddler. So eventually he wrangles her in as the nanny. And again, this is her boyfriend's dad. He is obsessed with her. He wants to get her pregnant. He's crazy and a little murdery, and she's okay with that. But she's got a lot of things going on there. And again, it's her boyfriend's dad. There's a 20-year age gap, and he gets a little murdery, and she likes that. He didn't do anything to protect her. It's okay. Anyhow, what is your last book?
Well, my last book is one of my favorite books.
Okay. We've already had one of those on here.
This is not from this year though, but it's
no, I know what it is because I saw you messaging her earlier today.
How did you see that when you were supposedly gone and out of service?
When I came back in, I got all the notifications. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're secretly spying on me while you're gone.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Tell us about Laura's book.
I feel like you got shorter.
Is that better?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of shorter, I let my daughter and her boyfriend drive my car up to the mountain yesterday to come have dinner with us, right? My daughter's 5'4". I'm 5'7". Her boyfriend is somewhere in between. I got in the car to move it today.
Wait, he's not as tall as you?
No. She says he is, but there's no way. I got in the car today and I was like, has a Oompa Loompa been driving my car? I was like, oh, like right up. Because she didn't put the seat back. I was dying because she insists that he's tall, which she's 5'4". It doesn't really matter. She's short anyway, right? But he cannot be taller than 5'6" at the most, because I was like, oh my gosh, what Shorty McShorty has been driving this car. Just thought you should know that.
I'm looking at the pictures you sent me.
Of them together. He's not much taller than her. Cute as a bug's ear, but not much taller than her.
I guess you're right. I didn't really realize that.
Yeah, I just was not expecting that, and it was like getting into getting into my car. It was like my knees were hitting the dashboard. So yeah. Anyhow, what's your last book? Sorry. The short thing just reminded me of that.
My last book is The Fall Before Flight by L.M. Halloran. If you've not read this, please stop everything you're doing as soon as this video is over and go read this. It is so incredibly good, but I also have good information for you if you're an audiobook lover. So let me tell you about this, then I'll tell you about that. So this is Amelia's story. The whole book is from Amelia's point of view, which is, it does not take away from this at all. It actually makes it even better, I think. So Amelia has been in a pretty bad accident, and her twin brother has taken her to Oasis. Oasis is kind of like a swanky, not asylum, but like inpatient treatment place. And he takes her there. They're paying top dollar for her to be there. She has like a private little bungalow. That's like the type of place this is. And this is where she's also going to meet Dr. Leo. Dr. Leo is determined to help all of his patients, but Amelia believes that there is no helping her. She just doesn't think that she can be cured, and she doesn't understand really all that's going on, but she just doesn't think that there's a cure for it. And so she's not really very invested in this, but she really loves her brother, and so that's why she is there willingly. And so Dr. Leo and her start working together, and this is just so good because there's going to become a relationship between the two of them, but he is her doctor and she is a patient. And so we do have that forbidden taboo of doctor-patient. One thing I will tell you about this, though, is that the development between Leo and Amelia is perfectly paced. The chemistry is phenomenal, and it's just so incredibly believable. He is not throwing away his entire medical career within moments of meeting her. Like, everything takes time. Their relationship truly does develop, and this book is just phenomenal. So if you like any sort of aspect of forbidden love, go read this if you have not yet. So on to my good, exciting news. I will be rereading this book, or I should say listening to this book, and I am incredibly excited to announce so. I've known about this for a little while, and I messaged Laura today to ask if I could put, like, if she had specific information yet, and she did, and she should have just announced this a couple days ago, so she said I could put this in our video because it's coming out on Saturday. So audio for this will be out October 23rd, and Samantha Brittmore is narrating it as Amelia. It is going to be phenomenal because you have like one of my favorite female narrators, and Samantha Brittmore knows how to grasp that angst when she narrates, she's so good at capturing all those emotions. And then you have L.M. Haran, one of my favorite authors. Like this audiobook is going to be phenomenal. So mark your calendars for October 23rd. She told me that Samantha was narrating it a few months ago, and I've just been like on the edge of my seat, literally just waiting and waiting and waiting for it to come.
Yeah, I've been waiting for the audio, but knowing that Samantha was going to do it, that sealed the deal when we found out.
Yeah, I can't wait. So I will be doing a re-listen, or I guess it's not even a re-listen; it's a listen for the first time. But normally, if I've already read a book, I won't listen to the audio, or I never have.
Yeah,
People keep telling me to do that with some of my favorites, and I'm like, I just don't want to do a reread or a listen. But for this, I'm going to, and I'm so excited.
Yep. Yay. All right. Well, there you go, guys. There's all of your forbidden recs for this time around.
Ooh, question.
What?
When I listen to the audio, can it be a top read for me?
I don't, but that's up to you.
Because it's a reread and I've already had it be a top read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't normally. That's why I don't normally give my ratings again when I listen to the audio, because I've already given my rating. It doesn't change the rating for the book typically. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah. Does count
That's
for
really
a book
good,
you read
because
this year,
you know
though.
how I get about having to get rid of something so that
I know, and we're getting closer to the end of the year, and I can just feel the tension coming off of you in waves.
I was actually thinking about that today.
For you? Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing our post on Instagram for our September wrap up, and I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to start narrowing down my choices.
Yep. Yep. So, all right. Well, let's wrap her up so you can go watch some football.
Yes. Let's.
Okay.
So make sure you check back on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and definitely Wednesdays for this month and into November as well, because we still have some phenomenal videos coming your way.
Yeah, exactly. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.